for them to raise their concerns, the views, to build trust, and so there will be a partnership. There's always a saying, like, the citizens may not trust the government, but they trust their bank, right? Because the money is in the bank. So then, how do we work with bank, in the sense, to build, a digital identity that is trustworthy, reliable, and safe. And lastly, I would say that the digital divide, how can we need to resolve that, and digital literacy for the public, and it should be for the common good, right? At the end of the day, the idea.
Sorry. In conclusion, first it needs integrity and privacy. And as I mentioned, it needs a strong technical measure. And now I come to the point which you mentioned. There are 60 not stable states. 60% are not so stable, you mentioned. So I come back to my point. Robust governance frameworks which are transparent and continuous diligence. So by following this best practice, we can build trust in digital IT systems. And I stand for trust. As I mentioned, what is most needed? Trust. I lost sometimes my trust. Everybody calls me a sunshine, but sometimes I lose my trust.
But then, apart from trust, then we need accountability.
Yeah, sure.
That's totally important. But I would keep it to, from the NGO point of view, from the civil society, from the organized civil society point of view, I would say we need to raise awareness about this problem. The 1 billion people without identity is unbelievable. That we are human beings here and nobody cares about these 1 billion people. That could be integrated, working, included, creating taxes, etc., and enjoying the economic, civil, political, cultural, etc. human rights. And we need to advocate for human rights integration in the design, implementation, and governance of EID systems. And we need to stop thinking only about privacy rights. We need to start thinking also about other human rights, education and healthcare and financial possibilities, work. I mean, if you don't have an ID, you cannot work. And so these are other human rights that should be taken into consideration when we talk about these technologies and how could we solve this issue. And we need to participate in policy making and implementation to ensure EID inclusive and non-discriminatory regulations that consider possible impacts on diverse groups, share practical use cases to be avoided in the future, and of course share existing best practices, that there are best practices. Estonia was there already in 2000. It's been 24 years that we could have learned already from Estonia. Promote the formal recognition of civil society organizations as partners in designing, implementing, and/or testing digital identification systems would also be a possibility. Demand transparency in all phases of national digital identification projects. That would be very important, from the diagnostic to the operation part. And I think I should stop here because you're saying, "Oh my God, this list is getting long." Okay.